Hello everyone, I have a Polestar 1 here with a Polestar Connect light on and a service light on. It's a brand new vehicle. Let's check it out. After performing a readout here, I found that the VCM backup battery has failed. Usually when the vehicle's 12-volt battery dies, this battery will get drained down to almost 0 volts. I tried to recharge the battery and it won't hold a charge. And what this does is it powers up this transmission control module, which sends all the signals and data outside the vehicle. The VCM backup battery is located in the VCM. Here's the part number for the battery. And also this is what the battery looks like. VCM is located behind these rear seats here. I'm going to show you how to replace the VCM battery. First step is to come to the rear seats here and open this cover here. And inside here is a SIM card I want you to pull out. Next we're going to remove both C-pillars in the vehicle in the back here, which is these trims here. On the C-pillar here, I have these plastic covers here I want you to pull off. And underneath on each side, there's going to be an 8mm. After removing the bolt from the C-pillar, I want you to come over here and come to the B-pillar and remove this cover also. And remove each 8mm on this side and on also the other side. After removing this bolt here, I want you to come to the front. And I also want you to remove this one, which is an 8mm under this cover also. Now with the bolts out of the A-pillar, I want you to remove this plastic here. After removing the A and B pillar trim here, I want you to come to the C pillar and take this 8mm bolt on each side here. Before removing the C pillar, I want you to pop the speaker out and unplug it here. After popping out the speaker, there's a plug right here. Remove this plug. You can now remove the C pillar safely, and to do so, I want you to pop it down and work it up like so. It is time to now move the rear seat cushion, and to do so, underneath here is a tab. It's a piece of plastic. My finger's strong enough, but some people use a screwdriver. Be careful though. And what happens is you just push this tab right here and it'll pop up the seat. On either side of the seat here, there's an 8mm bolt here, and there's also one right here. I want you to remove those 8mm bolts so that we can remove the back seat here. And now I want you to come to this 8mm bolt and this 8mm bolt, and I want you to remove this piece of trim right here. Removing the trim, it should look like this. This piece of trim all the way around the rear here is one piece. I want you to work it up all the way around, and be careful. It's just plastic rivets all the way around. Before removing this plastic trim in the rear, there's a plug right here. I want you to unplug this plug right here. This is what it looks like with the trim piece removed. And this is what it looks like outside the vehicle. So you can see all the rivets that you have to pop up to get this plastic trim out. To remove the backrest of the rear seat here, after the bolts are out, you're going to want to push up on each side and pull out. I can see why this vehicle is worth $100,000 now. After pulling the back seat apart, most of this is carbon fiber back here, and here's where your VCM sits. I want you to remove these plugs, and on each side this 8mm so we can replace the VCM battery. Now with the VCM out of the vehicle, I want you to release all 4 of these latches from the cradle here and pull out the VCU. With the VCU out of its cradle, I want you to open up this door And as you can see, here is the battery. I want you to remove the plug, and I want you to install the new battery. With the new VCU backup battery installed, I want you to turn around and now put the cover on. I want you to reinstall this into its bracket here. Now with the bracket installed and the battery installed, I want you to put the VCU back in and install the plugs. Now with the VCU installed and making sure all the plugs are secured, I want you to install the rear backrest here. With the backrest now installed, I want you to come over and tighten each one of these 8mm bolts down. I now want you to install the seat cushion. Getting this seat to sit properly and the seat belts to come through these little pockets is definitely challenging, but be careful, you don't want to scratch the seat or anything. I now want you to install this trim piece. Make sure to pop all the rivets in. Also, don't forget that plug right there. I now want you to install this trim piece on each side and install the one 8mm bolt here. After the trim piece is installed here, I want you to turn around and put this 8mm bolt in and this 8mm bolt in. I also want you to install this speaker. It is now time to reinstall this A-pillar and B-pillar trim here. I also want you to take and put this 8mm bolt in when you do so, and then also the front 8mm bolt also. And now I want you to install these covers like so. Now I want you to repeat this on the other side. Now that the vehicle is assembled, I want you to go to Vita or your diagnostic tool, and I want you to clear the codes. After loading the vehicle, I want you to erase the DTCs. Now with the VCM battery installed, the codes are cleared, and we know that the VCM code is not coming back, I recommend that you turn around and test drive this vehicle for between 5 and 10 miles for the VCM battery to charge. Let's start the vehicle up now to confirm that the service required light is no longer illuminated, and as you see, it's no longer illuminated. This concludes my video of how to put a VCM backup battery in a Polestar 1. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Until the next time, thank you for watching Fully Charged Zone.